Previously on my thrift flip journey.
Just dumping the whole thing in here. Did I do enough water? I don't know if this is the vibe. Ah! That looks like it's coming right out of the fabric. This is so cool. Okay.
This is really cute. I really like this. Welcome back to my thrift, flip, upcycle, refashion journey. If you missed last week's episode, I shared with y'all that in 2025, I am buying no new clothing. With any good low buy or no buy year, I do have a list of rules for myself. And if you do want to see the list of rules before going into watching this video of my continued upcycling makeover, you can watch last week's video where I share all of my rules and my plans for 2025. Last week, I really thought I could get 3 entire upcycles, refashions, thrift flips done. 3. And I knew that I was going to be painting and dyeing and bleaching and washing and crocheting on these pieces, and I was like, nah, I can get that done in a week. The fact that you're watching this video is proof that I did not. At the start of last week, these 3 items of clothing looked like this, and by the end of the week they looked like this. But I still have so much planned for these items of clothing, and I think that this is something that I am going to kind of extremely dive into this year, because this journey of refashioning, upcycling, thrift flipping clothing, I'm kind of obsessed. It's been so much fun, and you guys seem to be having fun too in the comments. Like, y'all, you gave me so many good ideas on last week's video. I do believe that I can finish these 3 thrift flip items this week. I believe I can. So that's what we're going to be doing this week. And y'all, it's going to be a journey. It's going to be an exciting, fun, crazy journey, and I'm excited that y'all are along for the ride. This is our item that is currently the closest to being done. This one is actually something that I had in my closet for years and years and years, and I never wore because it was cropped. And I like cropped like t-shirts and tanks. I just don't really like cropped sweatshirts. I just can never really figure out how to wear them. So we have been extending the base of this little hoodie with crochet. And this is definitely our project that is the closest to being finished, which means, you know me, I'm gonna put that off and I'm going to work on something a little bit more exciting. I cannot believe the comeback that this project has had so far. The fact that this literally started as just a plain black sweatshirt, and then I did this bleach work on it, I did the paint work. Y'all, it literally looked so bad whenever I just did the bleach work. I really thought that I'd ruined it, but I think the paint saved it. And then when I was cutting off the sleeves, Tilly, I have a lot of anxiety about this. What if I mess it all up? First cut is the hardest. It's giving me so much anxiety. And why did I stop? There's no taking this back. I definitely started to panic again because technically this could have been done. This doesn't need to have crochet sleeves on it, but I really want it to have crochet sleeves on it. So did I ruin it by cutting off the sleeves and attempting to crochet sleeves on it? I mean, there's only one way to find out. I'm going to be crocheting onto this sweatshirt the same exact way that I crocheted onto this sweatshirt, because I really love the way that it looks like the crochet is coming directly out of the material, and I really hope that it looks that good on like a flat material rather than a woven material. The one thing that's going to be difficult with this one is I am going to probably have to count my stitches, because whenever I was doing this one, it didn't really matter how many stitches I did around the whole base of the project, because it didn't have to match, but my arms kind of need to match. If I do like 50 on this side and 70 on this side, you're gonna be able to tell that one of the sleeves is bigger than the other one. I hope my needle will just poke through this material, but it's not looking good. Okay, I can poke it through. It's just gonna take some maneuvering. If you've never crocheted into clothing before, what I have started to do is just go in and out of the fabric with a darning needle and your yarn. This is going to give you something to crochet into. I'm just going to try to keep these stitches as even as I can and see how many I end up with on the first half of the first sleeve, and then we'll just make the back side match the front side. If you can get a sharper darning needle, I highly recommend it, because this one's a little bit tough to push in and out. What is up, baby? You come to say hi? First side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our second side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then our last stitch makes 9. They're not perfectly spaced, but I don't think you're gonna tell once I get into the granny stitch. Let's go ahead and cut these and double knot them. Tilly, what do you think? Think it looks pretty good, huh? Looks pretty good? Approved? All right, it's Tilly approved. To attach, I'm just going to make a slip knot. Then I'm going to get my hook and go through my first little stitch and grab my piece of yarn, my little slip knot, and we're going to pull that through the first stitch, chain 3, and that starts our granny stitch. So I'm just going to do 3 straight into the stitch, then 3 straight into the next stitch, and continue that. I can't believe this is going to work. Y'all,
I'm so excited. I literally think I can crochet out of any material. Like, look how crisp that looks. Look how clean that looks. I genuinely think it's just going to look so good. I think I'm going to continue with this green for a while and then maybe go into this light green, maybe some of this burnt orange. I really want to add this in somehow. Then I also have these moss yarns. And if you're a regular, you know how much I love adding moss to everything. I feel like along the pocket here somehow we could like sew moss on, maybe sew some moss at the base of these mushrooms. Like, it needs moss. It needs moss somewhere on here. But for now, I do need to pause because I'm about to go get dinner with Josh. But y'all, this is gonna be so cute. This is gonna be so cute. Do you know something that I love about doing all of these different thrift flips? I love that I can jump from project to project to project. So all day today, I have been continuing to work on our moon and mushroom hoodie. We got the green part of the sleeve done and I've gone into the orange part. And I think the orange is going to go all the way down to my wrists. And then I think the cuff is going to be gold to kind of like highlight the gold on our moon's face, on Mrs. Moon as we've been calling her. But I don't know, I got kind of bored of going in circles and circles and circles with the orange. So I took a pause to work on this one. If you're new to this series, I had this little sweatshirt in my closet for years and years and years, and I hardly ever wore it because I just don't like wearing cropped sweatshirts. And so I decided to crochet onto the base of it, and it looks so good, y'all. Like, it looks like I bought it this way. I love it so much. I'm just trying to decide if it's at length, you know, like, is this long enough to go ahead and put a cuff around the base? I think it is. I think we're gonna go ahead and add the cuff and see how it looks. What did you bring? Oh my gosh.
Salad.
Looks amazing. Look at that salad. I contribute berries.
Berries.
That's all. Berries and cream. I'm a little lad who likes berries and cream. This is my first completed.
That looks so good.
Right? It was
I
just
love
like
that.
it was just a crop, and I just
Yeah.
hardly ever wore it because like crop sweatshirts are kind of hard to
It's
style.
like, who wears crop sweatshirts
Yes,
anymore?
like crop tees, great. Crop sweatshirts, confusing.
No. Yeah, no, I totally get
So
that.
I like added that to it. I think
I
that it's
love that.
vibey.
That looks so cool, dude. I love it. It looks like you bought it that way. Are you gonna crochet this while it's on your body?
No, I'm measuring to see.
Oh.
That would be impressive as heck if I could crochet while it was on my body.
Yeah. I was about to be very impressed with you.
I think I need to do another decrease or two to like bring it in a little bit more. And not much. Maybe like 2 more rows before I do the cuff.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
If this is 2 rows, just like 2 more rows.
Yeah.
And then the cuff is going to be this yellowish gold.
That's so
I
cute.
think it's cute, right?
Yeah, I love that. No, I totally agree.
And then I'm trying to figure out, oh, hey, do you recognize my hair clips?
Stop.
I wear them all the time. You guys see me wear these all the time. Lydia got me these. I didn't bring the moss yarn with me, but I have this like moss looking yarn. I think I'm gonna like weave moss looking yarn along like
Stop.
the base of the mushrooms.
That's so
and
cute.
But this sleeve is gonna be done, I think, today. Like this is
100%.
cute.
That'll be done in the next,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I really like this idea of like replacing parts of my clothing with crochet. I think it's
No,
really
me too.
unique.
I'm kind of obsessed with that. It'd be so cute on a jean jacket.
Mm-hmm. I want to do a jean jacket really
Yeah.
bad. So keep a lookout if you're thrifting.
Yeah.
If you have any
when
old
you
jean
cut the-
jackets that you're willing to cut the arms off of.
Honestly, I have some I'm about to get rid of, so I'll just give them to you.
Oh, perfect. I can give it back to you with crochet sleeves.
I didn't think about that. That would be really cute, actually.
That would be really fun. Just tell me what colors you want.
Okay.
Pink?
Yeah.
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 I still want to do the video where you design the sweater and I crochet it. So I have this idea. Because
Yes.
Lydia is a big fashionista, amazing at fashion, as you can tell. Just does all the fashion things. I want Lydia to draw a sweater or shirt. It can be a shirt. It can be like a strapless shirt,
sweater's
whatever.
cute.
And then I will try to like bring it to life. Like make it as weird,
Yeah.
make it as like whatever as you want.
Oh, challenge accepted.
And then I try to like bring it to life.
Yeah.
I think that would be so fun.
I think that would be amazing.
I think I have the sleeve where it needs to be. I did some more decreasing and then kind of cinched it. Now I'm just going to make like the, okay, Lydia, do you know what it's called? This part? What is this thing called? Ribbing, edging? Like what do you call? What is it called? The band? Okay, we're going to make the band. the band at the end. Oh my god, my hair looks like it's flying away. So I think that it's gonna look good. Yeah, with a little gold band at the bottom.
Yeah, I like that.
So cute, so cute. And then I just have to do the whole thing again. I think I have a sleeve. Okay, can you guys see me? I'm sorry, I'm shooting straight into the sun. Let's see. We have a sleeve. We have a sleeve, it's so cute. This is like the biggest cuff that I've ever made, but I think that I like it a little bit longer. Usually my cuffs are like almost a little bit too short. Also, I don't really like the way that this is kind of tight around my neck. I think I'm gonna cut just like a slit here. I might even put some of the moss yarn right there. That might be cute. Okay, now I just have to do the whole thing again.
You hanging out with us?
Have you seen that Sex in the City where she says squirrels are just rats with better outfits?
As they say, we are 2 down, 1 to go. Can you believe this sweater, y'all? The comeback that this sweater has had, I cannot believe how perfect these sleeves turned out. And guys, I cannot decide if we're gonna add moss to this or not. Of course I want to add moss, but I just like, for starters, I like it so much as it is right now. But then also, we've not even started putting the buttons on this dress or crocheting on this dress, and it's already Saturday. Y'all, the weeks fly by so quickly. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I did start to have some arm pain again this week from adding on to our cropped sweatshirt and making these sleeves. So I did have to go a little bit slower than planned with like the crochet part of the project. But I'm feeling good now. And so I think it is the perfect night to add on to our little jean dress. This dress is gonna be so cute. You guys, I'm so excited. I love that the entire thing dyed perfectly, except for like right here. It's like, why didn't it dye? Well, I know why it didn't dye perfectly, because I didn't do any of it correctly. If you didn't see last week's video, I dyed this completely incorrectly. Y'all informed me later that I was supposed to completely soak this in water before I put it in the dye. I did not. I was supposed to keep it in boiling water while it was dyeing. I did not. And I was supposed to continuously stir it while it was being dyed. Once again, I did not. So considering I did basically everything wrong, I think it's really, really, really stinking cute. Oh, also, you guys were officially no help. No help at all when it comes to this dress. I'm just kidding. You guys are always helpful, but y'all were so split in the comments. I told y'all last week that I found this yarn that like perfectly matches the dress. So I was like, whenever I do the sleeves and the frilly skirt, should it be like the perfect match, or should I do like a bunch of different accent colors? You guys were like half and half. So I think I'm gonna do both. I think I'm going to do some accent colors in here, all different kinds. But then I think I'm also going to do more of the matchy color. I just don't know what I should start with. I think I'm gonna start with an accent color and then go into the matchy. Should I just start with the matchy color coming out as a frilly skirt? No, I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna use this color first. The initial plan was to crochet into these little belt loops. Y'all, I can't figure out how. How can I crochet into these belt loops and make it look normal? Because the crochet hook would have to go like this way through the belt loop. I just like genuinely can't figure it out. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to crochet into this the same exact way I did the last 2 projects. We are literally just going in and out with a darning needle, pulling our worsted weight yarn. And then these stitches are what we will start our granny stitch into. This first row of crocheting onto clothing always stinks because you have to go underneath each one of these stitches. But then after that, it just flies, because after that, you're really just doing the granny stitch. The future difficulty of this project will just depend, honestly, on how often I decide to switch colors. And y'all, I am kind of thinking I might want to switch colors kind of often, maybe like every 2 or 3 rows. I also have no idea how long I want this to be yet. And I also don't know if I want to do like a bunch of increases to make it like kind of ruffly and like flow out, or if I want it just to go straight down. No matter what, I think it's going to come out a little bit because I did these stitches kind of close together. But y'all, it's going to be so cute. I think I want to make it ruffly. I think just a big ruffly crochet skirt that comes down to my knees. I think it's going to be so cute. Y'all, I am screaming. This looks so good.
Let's see if I can figure out how to get this whole dress like in the shot because y'all, this looks so good. Ah, you can't see it. Let me like jump. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You guys, look at the ruffles. A moment for the ruffles. They look so good and the buttons look so good, and I added some more paint. I am feeling this dress, y'all. I am feeling this dress. I love the way the ruffles look. I think that they are so cute. I think it makes it just long enough that I feel comfortable wearing it. But now we have to do something about the top because y'all, I don't really wear like strapless stuff anyways, and it's loose at the top. So we are going to make some straps, and I have an idea. And if it works, it's gonna be so cool. So the top of this dress has these little things that kind of look like belt loops, right? So I've been trying to figure out how to crochet into these to make straps, and I just like have not been able to figure it out. But then I started thinking about something that my dad said whenever he and I did a video together a year ago. I did this video with my dad where we were comparing macrame and crochet plant hangers, and he made a comment about incorporating macrame into my clothing, and I just think that that would be so cool. So what if we macrame the straps? Do we think that this could be possible at all? I mean, we have to at least try because this could be so cool. I really don't know if this is gonna work. I'm thinking I can do 3 macrame straps on each side, but just to see if we're gonna like it, I'm going to do 2 in these like middle spots. So this is going to be really difficult to get all of this string through this like tiny little loop. I think I'm gonna have to probably use a crochet hook. I'm using this bigger, thicker piece of yarn to be the piece that I macrame around. Then I think these 4 are going to be my working yarns that I actually macrame with. The thing that always stresses me out about macrame is that you actually cut your yarn ahead of time versus with crochet, you just kind of use the yarn as you use it. But with macrame, it is all ahead of time. This is truly going to be an experiment. So the goal is to leave this thick yarn in the middle here, and then to use our colorful yarn on the outside as like our working yarn. And I'm just going to be doing I think it's called like a flat macrame stitch or like a square knot. Let's see how this is gonna look. This may not at all be the vibe. If this is not the vibe, we're gonna try something completely different. But I think this might be the vibe. I know I've said this like 200 times at this point, but y'all, this form of creative expression, like the past couple weeks of going on this upcycling, refashion journey, I cannot express the joy that this has been bringing me. I'm so excited to just like keep diving into the world of remaking clothes and making clothes. And oh, you guys, it's just like, it's so much fun. Oh my gosh, do you see this? Okay, there's a good chance that this is going to be iconic. It's actually going to work, y'all. I'm so excited. I think I have enough yarn left of this pink, purple, magenta color that matches the dress to crochet a shrug for over the whole dress. So you'd be able to like see these 2 big macrame straps, and then over the full thing, like a little shrug that I can take on or off depending if I'm hot or cold. I love this.
So what is it like, Tilly, being a cat? Interesting, interesting. And do you have any favorite places to lay? Oh, okay, on my projects, that makes sense. Any other favorite places to lay? Oh yes, on the wet bath mat in the bathroom, right, coming out of the shower. Do you like laying there where it's all gross and wet and I don't understand why? Yes, you do. You do. So I think I did about the same number of like stitches on both sides. Let's go ahead and tie this in on the same one. I'm just tying these as like big old bows because for 1, I think it's adorable. And for 2, I have no idea how else to secure this. I think that looks like really cute straps. Let's go ahead and cut about the same length off in the back. I think I have straps. These are so cute. I actually like love the bows in the back. That is so much fun. I'm kind of mortified right now. Why did I think these were the same length? Why did I? This is not the same length. It's not even close to the same length. What did I miss? I know macrame is easy to like change the tension, but like, how did I think these were the same length straps? I'm not even gonna try that on. We just have to do it again, and we will just have to use this scrap yarn for something else, because why did I think these were the same length? That is absolutely not the same length. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I finally have them the right length, and y'all, it holds up the top perfectly. I love it. I love it. I'm still thinking about doing 2 more straps, but this video comes out tomorrow. It is once again Sunday night. And the thing that I really want to have done for this is the shrug. I think I want to do some form of like a mesh shrug for this. And I don't even know if it's possible to get that done tonight, but I want to at least try so we can like really have a vision of like the full thing together. So I am going to go ahead and work on the shrug. And I think that once we have the shrug completed, we're going to really know if we want to add more straps. I'm almost wondering if more straps would end up being kind of clunky. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm using the purple, magenta, whatever color this is, pink worsted weight yarn, and I'm actually using a size 7mm hook with this, even though it calls for a 5mm hook. And I'm doing this because sizing up makes a project go faster, and I really want it to be really floofy and airy, and this will also make it be more floofy and more airy. So what I'm playing around with right now is this like mesh stitch where basically I chain 2, and then on the base I skip 2, and then into the 3rd little loop-de-loop I do a double crochet. I've done a bunch of different versions of mesh stitch in the past, but this one just feels right tonight. I decided to go ahead and just do this in the round because honestly it's just going to save me time, because I'm not going to have to like sew up the arm afterwards. When it's done, it will just be done. So I'm thinking it'll have like 2 sleeves that hang off, you know, the shoulders, and a little connector in the front. I might even find a way just to attach it right here. That could work, and maybe you could just literally attach it right there. Then they would just hang off the shoulder sleeves. Wait, that could be really cute. Then I don't have to do the front connector piece. That might be the vibe. Let's figure it out. I think I'm about to frog it now that I'm pretty sure I'm going to just be attaching it here. Look, it's like way too droopy. I don't want it to like flop down that far. Okay, we're gonna frog it, and instead of 50, we might start with like 35. It definitely needs to be tighter. Is this it? Is this the vibe? Do the sleeves need just like a little bit more something? I don't know, actually. Seeing it on camera, I'm like, wait, maybe this is just the vibe. I'm trying to decide if it needs like lime green on the edges or something, but I also don't want the sleeves to be too long, because if they're like too long, then they're gonna be like in like, you know, my food or whatever, since they are big. What do you call these? Like bell sleeves? I don't actually know what you call those. Do we like this? Also, since it was still a bit loose on the front, I added a bow, and I love the bow to cinch it in. Is this done? Do I need to weave in my ends? And do we need to take a look at all of our final creations? Y'all, I just finished the last finishing touches on our thrift flip projects, and it is after 3 a.m. on Monday morning, which means you guys are seeing this video in roughly 12 hours from now. I have a lot of editing to do tonight. Let's take a final look at our thrift flips. Our moon and mushroom hoodie is absolutely the biggest comeback. Y'all, I really thought that we ruined this one. I really thought that it was completely ruined whenever we first did the bleach work, but I cannot even tell you how much I love this. I have literally worn this hoodie for the last 2 days since I finished it. I love it so much. I think that out of these refashioned items of clothing, this is definitely going to be the one that I wear the most. It is super vibey and super unique, but it isn't like so over the top like our pink dresses. Don't get me wrong. I love, love, love our pink dress, but the pink dress is like for a specific occasion, you know? Up next, we have our extended hoodie. This one is probably the one that I'm least excited about, but that doesn't mean that I don't still love it. I do genuinely love it. I have had this in my closet for so long and I never ever wore it. And I just feel like I am now just like genuinely going to wear this. I love the colors. I love it with these like loose baggy jeans. It's cute. It feels like spring. It's still like light and airy. I feel like I'm gonna have so much more to wear this with now that it's not cropped. How do you wear cropped hoodies? Like I wear cropped hoodies with overalls and skirts, but that's like it, you know? Like I love cropped tees and tanks sometimes, depends on like how I style them, but I just never really wore this because whenever I'd wear it with jeans, the t-shirt's just like awkwardly hanging out of it and it just looks weird. But now it is just this like cute, baggy, little colorful hoodie and it just feels like spring and it's so cute. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay, you guys have given me a lot of good ideas for other ways to bring yarn into this sweatshirt. I haven't done it yet. A lot of you were suggesting like maybe some yarn, like a trim around the hood or maybe elbow patches. It might need something else. I'm looking at it in the mirror behind y'all's head. It might need something else, but it also might not. I don't know. Give me your opinions in the comments. Does it absolutely need yarn somewhere else or is it just kind of chill as it is? What do we think? And lastly, before I show you the whole thing, I did decide to go ahead and add to the sleeves, and I think it makes it. Y'all, she's an icon. This dress, can you guys see the whole thing? I'm like, this dress is a complete icon. I am like obsessed is not the right word for this. This is so cute and fun and bubbly and unique and crazy and me. I love this so much. Like I don't actually have words for how much I love how this turned out. Y'all, you know where I'm probably gonna wear this? I am probably going to wear this to the Renaissance Festival this year. Like imagine this with like a pair of fairy wings. Like wouldn't that just be so iconic coming out of the back? Trying to make it to where you guys can like see the base of the dress like a little bit easier. I cannot wait to like really style this, which I know there's not like a lot of ways to style this, but like picking out the right shoes for it and like doing my hair, finding the right earrings, the right necklace. And oh my gosh, imagine if I wore this to the Renaissance Festival with my wings and have some sort of a little crochet basket and the trinkets that I could bring to give out could be buttons. I can be like the button fairy. Like it's so cute and I love it so much. Like this is like definitely my favorite piece that I made these last couple weeks. It's just not the most practical. Like my moon and mushroom hoodie, I will wear all the time. I will probably wear this like, I don't know, 3 times a year, 4 times a year. We'll see how crazy I get. You may just see me at the supermarket wearing this. I mean, like, it is something that I would do. Well, friends, I think that's the video. Thank you guys for coming on this journey with me of the thrift flipping, refashioning, upcycling. Which phrase do we like the best, by the way? Because I want to do this a lot, and I don't want to say thrift, flip, refashion, upcycle every single time. So can you guys let me know in the comments which one makes the most sense to you? I've called things flipping before, and people are like, well, it's not flipping unless you're selling it. And I was like, okay. But then upcycling, I feel like a lot of times people like just associate that with like whenever I did the pop tab chainmail, like, okay, that is upcycling something that is more kind of maybe like trash and like reusing it. So that leaves me with refashion, and refashion is probably my favorite, but I feel like it's one that also people aren't very familiar with. I feel like if you say thrift flip or if you say upcycle, people are like really familiar with that, but not as much with refashion. Anyway, so let me know in the comments which one you guys like best, and I'm just excited to keep doing this year. Y'all, this was so much fun, and I already had some friends and Josh be like, ooh, this is cool, like I want something like this. So I might even have to do some journeys where like we go with Josh and he picks out like a sweatshirt or a jean jacket or something and we like alter it to make it really, really feel like him. Y'all, if you're a regular here, I'm sure that you know one of my main goals is just to help people just be themselves and feel like themselves and to continue to be themselves at every age. Like I get so many comments from people who are like, I wish I could dress like you, but I'm too old. What does that mean? If it's you, it's right. If it feels like you, it's right. Y'all, I'm in my 30s. I am in my 30s. And you know, people would be like, you can't wear a frog hair clip in your 30s. Why can't I? Like, why not? Also, isn't my frog hair clip so cute? It just literally looks like he's like staring at me, which is adorable. Anyways, before I sit here and ramble for another hour and give myself another hour of footage to go through tonight, because I still need to edit tonight. Luckily, you guys would be so proud of me. I actually got like the first half of this video edited earlier in the week. Like, I was editing as I went along. Normally I don't do my edits until like the night before, which is like really bad because it always takes me like so many hours to edit. But I actually did a little bit of it ahead of time this week, which is really, really good for me. But I do still have 2 or 3 days of footage to go through tonight. So I am going to get off of here and I'm going to probably put back on my mushroom and moon hoodie because it is so cozy and I am so obsessed with it. Not that this isn't iconic, but it is not super cozy to sit around and edit in. Let me know in the comments which one of these refashioned items of clothing was your favorite. Let me know if you think there's anything I still should add to any of these pieces. I know that we didn't end up adding the moss to the moon hoodie. We didn't end up adding the elbow pads to the striped hoodie. I don't know, guys. It wasn't feeling right in the moment. And honestly, we kind of ran out of time again. So that may be something that I go back and add later. I just don't know yet. So let me know if there's anything that you think I need to add to these items of clothing. Let me know if you have ideas for some refashioned items of clothing or some upcycles that I could do in the near future, because I really want to dive into this year. And yes, it will include sewing. I am going to officially learn to sew in 2025. And you know what? I know that I said I would learn how to sew in 2024, but I also said I was going to learn how to knit in 2023, and I didn't. I learned how to knit in 2024. So now we're just going to move everything back a year, and hopefully I'll actually learn how to sew in 2025. I can do this. I can do it. I know that Josh has an upcoming project that he's working on where he's like sewing his shirt. So we're about to dust off the sewing machine, and he's going to get all refreshed with it, and then that'll help me get all refreshed with it, and we're going to sew. Refreshed with it, I say, acting like I've ever sewed. Hey, I did technically sew in my home ec class in 7th grade, and then I was forever mortified because the kid sitting next to me got a needle through his thumb, and it will forever be scarred in my brain. But anyways, I guess we're ending the video on that happy note. If you're new here, welcome to the Sunflower family. My name is Auna. On this channel, we do a little bit of everything cozy and quirky. We do crochet and thrifting and upcycling, and we do cat videos. We do Renaissance festivals. We do vlogs around Nashville, Tennessee. We hang out in the magical fairy forest. We do slumber parties and tree houses, y'all. It is just a cozy, grand old time here, and we are glad that you're a part of it. We do new videos every single Monday, and I hope to see you in the next one.